Welcome to Nightmare Echoes. Listen, scream, and embrace your horror obsession. I'm your host, Eleazar, and today Margo is here to cover The Strangers Chapter 2. Why are we getting a backstory to these killers? When did Maya learn all these survival skills? And why does everyone in this town look so guilty? If you dare to follow us, all our links in the description. Next week on the podcast, Happy Death Day to you. But until then, does The Strangers deserve a dark romance spinoff? Hello everybody, welcome back to Nightmare Echoes for our Season 3 premiere. We're talking about Strangers Chapter 2. Margo's with me. Margo, how's it going?
Hello, welcome back everybody. New year, new me. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Same me.
Same you. New Year's resolutions there, Margo?
No.
Yeah.
Because what's the point? I do not follow through with them.
I get it. I've been walking a lot. I've been eating better, but hopefully that lasts. Yeah.
I made myself a cleaning chore chart and I haven't stuck to it at all. So yeah, that's what's happening with me. I did some of the stuff, but most of it, no.
Yeah.
So doing good. That's the moral of that story. Doing really good. Working on myself and really thriving.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So The Strangers Chapter 2 came out in 2025. It was 98 minutes long. It was directed, like we already talked about this in the last one. They filmed them all three at the same time, 1, 2, and 3. The director had previously worked on films like Die Hard 2 and Cliffhanger, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. And it's got the same actors that we had before, but Madeline Perch, who's from Riverdale. And then we introduced Gabriel Basso, plays Gregory. He was in Super 8 and No Escape Room. Froy Gutierrez, who played Ryan, but he's only here in flashback scenes because he died in the last one. He was in Teen Wolf and Cruel Summer. We have Emma Holvan, who plays Shelley. She was in The Gallows Act 2 and What Lies Below. Also something called Satanic Hispanics, which is labeled as a comedy. It had a budget of $8.5 million and made $22 million worldwide. Has a critics score anywhere from 15 to 25%, depending on where you check, and an audience popcorn meter of 55%. I feel like this movie gets a lot of hate. Margo, do you think it deserves it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not like this movie. Is it scary? No, it is not scary. There are positives, and I'll go with that, but I'll go around that. It's not like a horrible, like the movie's well made. The acting's really good, I think. It was just, to me, boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think it was just boring. And for reasons that we can get into, but I do not think it was scary. So if you want to watch this movie, go for it. If you're a chicken like moi.
I was disappointed with the Blu-ray release because I got the first one slipcover, got this one slipcover as well, but this one has a few special features, but there's no commentary there anymore. I love that commentary track. So I felt
maybe they're gonna re-release them when they're all out with like a special commentary.
I know the director wants to do some wild 3 movies in one sitting kind of thing, like edit them together as one long movie.
Oh God, I hope we cut out a lot of time before we do that.
Right? Yeah. But then maybe the whole movie, because
this movie is still dragged. It's dragged even at only 90 minutes long to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
All right. So the movie starts with the waitress from the first movie, Shelley, who's telling someone who he can't see about this visitor to Carol's diner. She's the same waitress that drove the couple to the Airbnb in the first one. She tells this mysterious person that the new person at the diner is from Denver and he's a salesman. And I don't think it's supposed to be the same guy from the missing poster in the first movie. I think this is a new victim or a different one that we saw.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the same guy.
Right.
Is it?
No, Jeff Morrell was that guy from the missing poster. I think this is a different person.
It's a different guy. Yeah.
Then we cut to Shelley knocking on a door. This time we can see her in the dark. And she asked the question, is Tamara here? Then we cut to the strangers killing that man in the rain.
Not Shelley. She seemed nice.
I know she was the one I said in the podcast. If Shelly turns out to be one of the
Mhm.
strangers, I'm going to be really sad. And I was. I
Yeah.
was like, dang it.
Yeah. I was like,
She was
Shelly
nice.
was like nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so it looks like here that pinup girl, which is Shelly, has to force Dollface's hand to take part in the killing. And it looks like it's Dollface's first time doing this.
Oh, Shelly is pinup girl, and the other one is Dollface. So there's a problem that I don't know which mask is which in
Yeah, the
these
only thing
remakes.
is that pinup girl has the little curls right here.
Yeah, I cannot tell the difference. In the first one, I could tell, in like the original ones, I could tell a difference,
Yeah,
and
I
in these,
agree.
I really can't. But whatever, I guess it doesn't really matter.
It helped that in the original ones that Dollface always had blonde hair.
Mm,
And so I could definitely tell that apart.
mm.
But you're right,
Yeah,
it's difficult in this movie. So we are now at the hospital where Maya wakes up to medical staff telling her that Ryan did not make it. And these are Nurse Danica and Dr. Tate. Nurse
mhm.
Danica, I swear, introduces herself as Nurse Danica every time she enters the room, which is funny.
I don't. Nurses don't do that.
It's
Do
funny
they?
because,
They say I'm your nurse, Danica. Not
yeah,
I'm Nurse
I don't
Danica.
know if they do, but I know that our current director
No.
in the pharmacy has the technician saying, Pharmacy Technician Ricardo, how may I help you?
Well, oh really?
Yeah. And I think that stems from someone claiming they thought they were talking to a pharmacist when they were
Oh,
talking to a tech one time.
oh.
It
Well, there was a really bad habit everybody just saying pharmacy,
yeah,
which is not the correct way to answer the phone.
right, exactly.
I always said, "Hello, this is Margo." Oh, hello, pharmacy. This is Margo. How can I help you?
Yeah, exactly.
And that exact cadence and voice.
Exactly. So, well, she cries for a bit, and then we cut to her recounting the events to Sheriff Rotter and Deputy Walters. She's able to remember that the three of them had masks. Two of them looked like doll masks. She says that it seemed like they enjoyed it, and then she remembers that they had a red truck. The deputy has a face that kind of gives away that these are similar details to other events that have been happening, but the sheriff has to keep stopping him, telling him, like, hey, don't overshare. Like, we're asking questions and not giving out information.
Mm-hmm.
She does remember about Tamara and asks them who Tamara is. That's when Nurse Danica comes back in and tells them that the doctor says that she needs a rest. The sheriff has this smile and saying the doctor knows best, and I do not trust this smile.
Do you think the sheriff is in on it, or he's a red herring?
I think he knows who does it,
I
and he's
wonder if he's just
protecting them.
covering it. Yeah, like covering it up, because I don't think
Right.
he's one of the murder. I'm 100% sure he's not one of the murders.
Right.
Not 100, but pretty sure.
Right.
But I do wonder if he's involved somehow.
I think maybe he's the father of Scarecrow.
Oh, that could
Maybe.
be. We'll see.
Because that Tamara line like really seemed to
I
like
thought they were.
stick
I thought they
home.
were. Oh, were they not in the movie? Are they not like orphans, or are they just going to like a Christian school?
I don't know, because the guy that they keep that seems like a red herring because he drives away later in the movie. Is that Gregory?
Oh, I don't think he's involved in it. Yeah.
Right. They
Okay,
just,
okay. Well, I mean, we're getting really ahead of
yeah.
the story, so I guess we can discuss it when we get there. But so let's put a pin in that. But we both think that the sheriff is like somehow involved, right?
Somehow knowledgeable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So later at the diner, Carol is asking the police if they know anything about who killed the couple, and Deputy Walters tells them that the girl lived. That's when a woman named Jasmine comes over to give her theory that Maya probably killed her boyfriend for the insurance money because she has
What
gorgeous
insurance?
hair and
Mm.
must be evil.
She does have gorgeous hair.
What's,
I made a
yeah,
comment about it later in my notes.
yeah, she does have gorgeous hair and beautiful nails that do not chip.
Oh, I know.
We
No, one of
discussed
them
before.
does chip eventually at
Does
the end
it
of the
really?
movie. Yeah, I
Okay.
noticed because I'm like, where are you getting those nails? Are those? They must be acrylics because
Yeah.
I've tried to find a nail polish that's that gold after seeing this movie and I cannot. So it must be fake nails. But
Okay.
boy, are they gorgeous!
So
They should do a tie-in.
yeah, like a product,
Strangers
right?
Chapter 2, yeah, nails.
So we see Shelly who's looking over and she seems to zone out where she remembers being a little girl where she's at school wearing a school uniform playing in a sandbox, and we get a card that reads 20 years ago.
Okay,
We
so
see
yeah, here, are you getting that they're just at school? Is that what's happening?
I thought they
I
were
don't know
at
why I
school.
thought they were like orphans, but maybe
It
they're
might
just
be
at
a
school.
church school. Oh, could it? Maybe
I don't know
they
why I thought
are.
that. I don't know why I
I
thought
don't
that.
know. I mean, it's not hard to assume, but I mean, I went to a private school growing up,
It'd just be at like a private school.
right? And they might just have like, yeah, or their parents just might send them to a religious school.
Yeah.
Because, like we see in the first one, everybody's handing out these church pamphlets.
Yeah. That's right.
So maybe everybody in the community just goes to this kind of school.
Maybe so.
So we see the other girls playing, and they're knocking on this door of this like house that
It's like a
isn't really.
playhouse, I
It's
think.
like a playhouse. It's got a
Yeah.
door, but then you can exit from the other side. It's
Yeah.
really open on the other
Yeah.
side. As they're playing, Shelly, as a little girl, is looking over at this other boy she sees playing by a tree. He picks on a smaller boy, grabbing his football and throws it away. So he's kind of bullying this little kid, but she seems to like that bigger boy.
Yeah.
And as the bell,
the game they're playing too is they knock on the door and they say like, "Is Ashley there?" And
Yeah.
and I'm just making this up, the name, and then the girl in the house is Ashley, and then she'll open the door and let them in.
Right, exactly. It's Sally, but it's not that important of a
Okay.
detail. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, does that sound familiar?
Yeah,
Yes,
it does. It does.
It does.
Right. And so as the bell rings, the girls come over and one of the girls stomps on the sand structure that Shelly was building. And this other girl gives her this mean look, like she's the leader of their pack or something.
Oh, I didn't get that it was a mean look.
I thought so.
I thought it was like, I'm sorry for the other girl. That's so funny.
Oh, really? Because I feel like the whole movie she has it in for her in all these flashbacks.
Oh, is that Tamara?
Right. Yes, this is Tamara.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're probably right.
Yeah.
That's so
And
funny.
so then we see her destroy the rest of her structure on her own because she's got to go inside anyway. And then she picks up a little doll, which has the face that becomes the pinup girl mask.
So so this is why I thought that was doll face, because I was like, oh, it's a doll face.
Well, both of them are dolls.
I know, I guess that's
But
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. All right. So we back to the hospital with Maya. She's remembering Ryan, and the scene plays out in the Airbnb we didn't get to see before, where he asks if she wants to play cards, and she offers to play the piano, and she plays Mary Had a Little Lamb.
She says, why don't I play you your favorite song?
Yeah, right.
And then she plays it's cute. It's a really cute scene.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that anytime you're watching a movie, and not anytime, but a lot of times you're watching a movie and the character died in a previous movie or whatever, and they're having flashbacks and memories, it's always of what happened in the other movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's as far back as I can remember.
Yeah, although it's a new event, at least.
I know, I'm just joking, but it's because, you gotta record it.
You gotta record it, right?
Movie magic, yeah.
Or hire other actors that are younger to play them.
Yeah, right.
So we see how empty the hospital is. We see a few staff members working.
I know. I wrote another empty ass hospital.
Yeah, every hospital.
What a great place to work.
Yeah.
Although maybe not later. But I did see that the lights were on, though. It wasn't completely pitch black.
Yeah, that's to begin with. Yeah.
Thank you. Because I hate it, as you know, when we watch these movies and the hospitals are pitch black, because you can't have the hospital be pitch black.
You say that, Margo, but I tell you, there were times when IMC would get mad at me turning on a flashlight to load the drugs in because they had that machine so in the dark.
Really?
Yeah, and on IMC, I agree. I was like, I know Jake got yelled at once because he turned the light on, and they're like, people are trying to sleep around here. He's like, I have to load drugs.
People in the hallways should not be sleeping.
Yeah.
People in the hallways should be awake.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Anyway, so Nurse Danica comes in to give her some pain meds, which are already in a cup. She doesn't scan a bracelet or scan a barcode. She just gives the drugs. There's no safety protocols here. Maya asks her if she knows about Tamara, which catches her off guard. She doesn't answer, but she does say it's like an old ghost story that people tell around these parts.
But then doesn't tell you what the ghost story is.
Right. She doesn't give her any information. We get some different shots of the hospital, including a different nurse smoking outside the doors. And it's because it's raining really hard. She doesn't want to get wet. So she's right outside the doors. And we cut to other parts of the hospital before we go back to where that nurse was standing. Instead of the nurse being there, we see a blood stain on the glass. right next to where
Yeah.
she was
This is the
standing.
point that I'm like, never mind. I don't want to work here because they obviously have no security whatsoever.
We see that Maya has sent
Killers
some
can just walk
flowers.
right up to the hospital and start killing people, and that's a-okay fine.
Yeah, they
We're all
don't
cool
seem to
with
have
that.
one security guard, right?
There's no security guard. Apparently, there's no like emergency buttons anywhere. Just walking on in and killing people. That's what this hospital is for.
Yeah, it's pretty big to be empty too.
Okay, I want to comment on this because I
Yeah.
agree. So this must be like a regional hospital, right? Because it's like out in the middle of nowhere. If this was the only hospital, because if there was a bigger hospital closer, they would have transferred her there, right? She has a knife wound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she's not from there. So they would have transferred her to a bigger hospital. So this must be the only hospital, the biggest hospital in like, I don't know, 2 hours or whatever.
Right.
Wouldn't it be packed full of people? At least the emergency room would be, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I would
Because it's the
absolutely think
only
so.
hospital. We know that because I've seen it. These little hospitals, like out in the middle of nowhere, they're very busy because it's the only hospital.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, whatever. Nobody else cares, but I care.
I know. I get
You
it.
know I do, but I want to work there because it would be such a chill experience. And the pharmacy's not doing nothing. What are they?
Oh yeah.
They're loading the Pixis or Omnistar or whatever once a day. I mean,
Yeah.
sign me up. I'll just be, planning my vacations and playing Sudoku or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't play Sudoku, but something like that.
Wordle.
Yeah, exactly.
We see that Maya has some flowers sent to her by her sister Debbie and Debbie's husband Howard. Then Maya dreams that Ryan's next to her, only for Ryan to turn into Scarecrow, and then she wakes up. And I think this is like sort of a retcon that explains how we saw Scarecrow lying next to her in the post-credit scene in the last movie.
Oh, yeah.
Then she gets a video message from Debbie that says they're trying to get to her, but they're stuck where they're at. They can't get a plane. But she's sending a private ambulance her way to take her to a much better hospital in Portland.
Is that a thing? I guess.
I mean, for rich people, yeah.
Rich people can do whatever they want. Yeah.
I think I remember that once where they're like, we're just keeping them. We need to keep them alive until this ambulance is going to come transport them to the hospital the family wants them to be at.
Okay.
She gets a call. She assumes it's Debbie, but it's a lot of silence. And then the woman on the other end asks, is Tamara here? Then she hears a nurse getting killed in the hallway. Unfortunately, she gets up, which sets off an alarm, which makes sense because she's not connected to her machines anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She gets in the hallway, the doors are locked, and then it gets very dark with a red emergency light slowly
What's
blinking.
What's that? Hospitals have generator power. You can't just shut the power off. So what's these red blinking lights? What is that?
That's our generator power, Margo.
No, that's not generator. What the generator power is, oops, all the computers that were plugged into the generator power actually aren't, and they all turn off. Except for the one computer in the corner, that one's still working for some reason. I remember having a really stupid argument with my director because I'm like, they tested the generators and all the computers went off, and none of these computers are plugged into generator. And okay, so in the hospital, I think this is pretty much everywhere. This is where I worked. The generator power plugs are a different color. So to plug in the like stuff that can't turn off, and they're red. And then my director is like, it's in a red plug. And I'm like, I know it's a red plug, but it's not connected to the generator. And then he's like, it's a red plug. And I'm like, I'm going to kill you because you can make a plug. You can put
the cover any color.
The cover red. That doesn't mean it's actually connected to the generator because it's not. Anyway, they finally fixed it. But remember, we had to run an extension cord one time across the pharmacy.
Yeah, I remember one time the laminar airflow hood shut off. Yeah. And I'm like, guys, this needs to never shut off. Never. No, that's not good. What are you doing? Yeah, so they had to fix that too.
Once we had that deep freezer, that never shut. Well, that was on his backup battery power though.
Yeah.
And we got those, what do you call it? UPSs, USBs, whatever they're called. UPSs.
Okay.
Uninterrupted power supply banks. Right. So they had like a little bit of a of a power, so you don't completely lose power all of a sudden. Anyways,
Yeah.
what a fun story.
No, you're
But
good. You're good.
that was like a real who's on first, who's on
Oh,
first
yeah.
conversation. Like,
I
I
know.
understand the physical color of the plug is red.
I could get some red paint and paint it red right
I
now.
know, but
It
it
doesn't
isn't
matter.
actually a red plug.
So she
Alright.
sees Scarecrow in one of the hallways pulling back some curtains to look in each a little bay that a patient might be in. So she goes to a different room and starts closing them all to buy herself some
Yeah,
time.
this is a good idea. Instead of calling 911, just go for a little run and hide and seek game.
Yeah.
Great
Right.
idea.
Yeah. So she runs. Scarecrow sees her, but doesn't seem to run after her. She is chased by Pinup Girl in another hallway, and she finds a dumbwaiter, which we get to see a jump scare as Pinup Girl bangs right against the dumbwaiter as she's getting lowered down. Downstairs, she forgets her phone in the dumbwaiter and finds
Oh, by
herself.
the way, has like a stab wound and she's running really fast.
Yeah, also,
There's no way I would have been able to do that. I would have
I
just
had.
collapsed to the floor.
Oh, yeah.
I've been dead.
Right. But also, her phone was smashed in the first movie. So
Oh, it was? So she has it in this movie.
it's immaculate. So the only way that it makes sense is if her rich sister
Maybe got her a new
sent
phone.
her a new phone with the flowers.
Oh, yeah, that could be. Let's just
That
say
could-
that.
That's what I have to go with, right?
Yeah, that happened.
Anyway, so she leaves it there. Then Scarecrow comes around the corner. She ends up hiding behind these random gas canisters.
Mhm.
But there's a wrench that's left on the floor, so she pushes it with her knee and it makes a scraping sound.
Mhm.
And so when he finds her, she's able to like turn one of the knobs of the canisters and shoot gas at him, which might be liquid nitrogen. I'm not
Who
sure.
knows? We don't know, yeah.
Right. And then she runs to the morgue. There's a couple bodies
Oh,
with toe
This is
tags.
where I noted, I wish my hair looked so good after being stabbed and then in the hospital for a couple days.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look that good, just
Right.
every day. Yeah, and then I said the morgue. Where do you think you're gonna go from there?
Yeah. There's another exit door, but she can't open it. It seems to be locked. So she hides in one of the coolers with the bodies, and unfortunately, she's right on top of Ryan's
Or
body.
fortunately, I don't know. Maybe she
Yeah.
opened them all and decided, ooh la la.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
have
one
my
way to be back
dead
with the loved one.
boyfriend.
Now he's really gonna listen to everything I say.
Yeah. I have a what do you call it? Something audience. What's the word I'm looking for?
Necrophiliac?
No. Like a trapped audience. Like he has
Okay.
to see. He can't
Sure.
escape.
Captive. I don't know.
But yeah, maybe she's awakened something in herself, and that's necrophilia. Could be.
She has to hold her hand over her mouth so Scarecrow can't hear her, and we get one of the shots of her golden nails, which at this point at least had not chipped.
Still looking good.
It looks at one
I'm
point
like,
like
this is a bad idea because he starts opening up all the drawers. So
yeah,
there's only a matter of time.
yeah, exactly. And then you can't defend yourself. You're laying there on a slab.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
No.
I guess fortunately for her, a medical staff, a worker
it's
comes
like a
in with a
janitor.
mop
It's
and
like a
bucket.
janitor.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Scarecrow puts an axe in his
He
chest,
doesn't
and
get paid enough to get an axe to the chest. Come on, man.
I know he dies instantly, which I was
Poor
like, wait,
Poor guy.
I know you're gonna die, but do you die instantly without crying or screaming or anything?
I don't know.
I don't know. So Scarecrow moves the body, leaving a big trail of blood, and Maya takes that moment to caress Ryan's face while she cries and remembers what it was like when he was still alive. And then she gets
a dead man's face. Ooh, ooh.
I knew you were going to comment on that. She then gets out, which I think is impossible because all the door latches are from the outside. So I'm not sure how she did that. I didn't see a safety lever.
Maybe it wasn't completely open. They
Then
should
that would
put
have been the first door he tried.
They could put us. Maybe they do put a safety. I've never been inside a morgue drawer, so I couldn't say.
I couldn't see it on camera.
Maybe.
So now she's able to find a door to get outside with no problem, and it's pouring rain. As she runs down the street, you see the Scarecrow standing there watching her run off.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime later, she comes to a big farmhouse where there's a black Dodge Ram pickup. She gets in, she looks for keys or a possible weapon, doesn't find anything, gets right back out. She runs through a horse corral and then gets to the pen where all the horses are kept. And I'm like, why are those two horses not in the pen with the other horses?
I don't know.
Just
They're
like
getting
left out in
exercise.
the rain.
They love rain. I don't know.
That could be. But then we see that Dollface is already there watching her.
Mm-mm-mm.
She finds a bunch of keys in a
How
box.
how did she get there so fast? Was she following her on a bike, like a bicycle?
I don't know.
These strangers, I keep saying, they must train for long distance running and sprinting because they're amazing at following people so fast and silently, might I add. So the only way she could have followed her is either, I don't know, maybe they know that's the only house, so she must be stopping there, and then one of them went to the house just in case. Or maybe she's following her, yeah, like on a bicycle, because how are you following her so fast without her noticing down the road?
Yeah.
Whatever. Or maybe they're teleporting,
All right.
just like old Michael
Yeah.
Myers.
She finds a box with a lot of keys in
Or
it,
is
and
it
while she's
Jason Voorhees? Which one's the one that teleports? Both?
they both seem to.
Yeah,
We've
okay.
joked around in this podcast. Michael Myers does it.
Okay,
Like
I'll
he's
say that. Yeah.
So she finds this box of keys, and then there's a woman behind her who's credited as Cher.
Oh,
She's played by Lily Knight, who was in Saint Maud, which is a psychological folk horror movie. But Maya explains that she just wants to call the cops, and Cher starts to tell her that the sheriff isn't going to help her. And when she asks why, Cher says, because but then is shot with a bolt through the chest and drops to the floor dead.
I mean, for all we know, she could have said he's incompetent. We don't know.
Oh,
But it
sure.
definitely
Yeah.
makes it seem like he's in on it.
Right.
But like I said, maybe it's a red herring. Maybe he's just incompetent.
Yeah. So pinup girl's holding this crossbow, and so at least Maya has time to grab the gun and fire, but it doesn't seem to have any bullets in it. So she just drops the gun and runs. Scarecrow's there. She runs into the horse stalls. She does end up hiding in one of the stalls, and she looks for the shadow of pinup girl who's coming around the corner. She's able to stab her in the leg. Then she runs past Dollface into a bathroom, locking herself in. She's trying to get out through a window, and unfortunately, Scarecrow shows up with an axe, puts a hole through the door, and grabs her hair, making her pull some of her hair out before she's able to leap.
Still looks great, though. Still looks great later. It must have hurt, but didn't affect her coif in any way.
What's that?
Her coif, her beautiful hair. It still looks good. Didn't affect it.
So she runs into the woods out in the road, and she sees a vehicle driving by and decides the safest route of action is to jump right in front of the car so it can't possibly drive away.
Well, it worked.
Fortunately, the driver is Nurse Danica.
This is stupid. She jumps in front of a car to get in the car, and then immediately is like, oh God, I gotta get out of this car.
Yeah, she panics. So it's Nurse Danica and her maybe partner, maybe best friend, I don't know, named Chris. Tell. All we know about Chris is that she was in the military for 3 years, and we only know that because
I don't know.
They give Maya her camouflage jacket.
Yeah, they all live. There's like 4 people who live together in the house, so maybe they're just all friends. We don't know. Yeah, we don't.
Could be. Yeah, Danica's worried about Maya's stitches, but Maya just wants her to drive away. So when she does, she locks the doors, which I think is a safety thing.
Usually, when you put a car in drive, it automatically goes into lock.
Right. And Maya loses it.
Yeah, because she thinks they're locking her in the car.
Right. So they get her to calm down and they start driving. Maya starts preparing for her exit right away. She sees a pair of boots there. She puts them on. She also sees a first aid kit and she hides that in the jacket that they lent her. Then Danica has to stop because there's 2 guys in the road that she knows, which seems suspicious to me. It
has the feeling that they're like discussing something in cahoots with something. Probably was not what was happening.
Yeah.
She might just be saying, hey, we have this girl in the car. Please be cool or something like that.
Just kind of panicking. Yeah, she was attacked earlier. It makes sense.
But
so they get in the car. So she didn't feel trapped before. She definitely feels trapped now.
Yeah, these 2 guys just like 2 giant guys like on either side of her, like trapping her in. And they're not being cool either.
No.
They're being weird.
And so these guys are Gregory and Wayne. Gregory keeps looking at her creepily, and either he is creepy or he doesn't know how to talk to pretty girls, and that's what he thinks they like, is just staring at them. I don't know.
I mean, I think he's just awkward. He might be drunk.
Yeah.
although they're not playing that very well, like the
Sure.
actors. But I think maybe that's I don't know.
He
He is
also,
definitely being weird.
yeah, he also has a tattoo of a smiley face on the back of his
Mm-hmm.
neck, which is suspicious as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they say the story that Wayne forgot his keys in Pete's bar, and by the time they realized it, Pete already locked up, and so they left them with walking. So this town not only has a diner and a burger joint, it also has a bar. Like,
So many
uh,
options.
and while the scene is happening, they have like a sermon on the radio
Mm-hmm.
because again, this whole town is very into the church.
Mm-hmm.
So they're driving. She imagines that everyone in there is wearing the masks. She even imagines two scarecrow masks because she imagines both Gregory and Wayne wearing them. When Chris pulls out a knife, she panics, but it's because Chris is eating an apple.
Should you bust out your
So
knife for your apple in a moving car? I don't think so, but
no,
you
that's a
know,
bad idea, right? You hit the
I
brakes, you stab yourself.
exactly.
So when Chris puts the knife down, she grabs it and jumps over Wayne somehow out the door. She starts rolling into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
They're yelling for her to get back in the car. They even jump out with flashlights to go search for her. We see the sheriff and deputy driving around searching, and they do say they're going back to the station. Sheriff Rotter sees that Ford pickup truck, but when Deputy Walters doesn't see it, he looks the other way and doesn't mention it, and he drives away. And it's dusk, and we cut back to Maya, who pulls out the first aid kit and demonstrated how badass she is, just like Rambo in First Blood.
No way would I have been able to do this. Nope.
Yes, she sews her wound shut, and she gets a bark of a tree and bites down on it so she doesn't scream, although she's pretty loud this whole movie.
Is it? Oh, scream. I thought it was so she doesn't crack her teeth because she's clenching her.
Oh, maybe. I thought she was...
I've always thought the biting on something was so you don't crack your teeth. Is it so you don't scream?
I feel like...
Maybe it's both.
No, I think you might be more right, because that way you could squeeze on something.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you don't hurt yourself.
Interesting.
You know, I just never thought about it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you're probably more right, too, because she's not quiet this whole movie.
No.
She's pretty freaking loud the whole movie.
Yeah. That's true.
So...
Although I have to say, this is like a big forest or whatever, and they keep finding her.
Oh, yeah, they're good. They know it. They got...
I guess they know where people are going.
Her.
They
probably put a chip in her.
Well, that's not shown, but maybe.
I know, I'm kidding. So a little bit later...
It makes sense how they keep finding her so fast. Or they're there before she is, or whatever.
So sometimes later, we see the strangers are out by the water, and they find her bloody gauze. And we cut to her finding a place to light a fire. There's an abandoned car nearby, which is an important detail that comes up here in a second. But she's able to start a fire.
How?
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. She had a lighter, right?
Did she have a lighter? Oh, I totally missed that. I'm like, how is she building a... Maybe. Oh, yeah. Or at least
she lights the gauze on fire from the first aid kit. So that catches really fast. Okay. And that engulfs...
Like, man, how is she... Man, she has a lot of survival skills that's not explained.
All of a sudden. Yeah. I feel like she didn't have these in the first one.
Well, now she does.
I feel like she didn't even hide effectively in the first one.
If I had a wound that needed to be closed, I would do Band-Aids. I don't know what's in that first aid kit, but I'm going to assume butterfly Band-Aids are in there. Use that, girl. Don't try to poke yourself with a needle. That's probably not even sterile at this point. I mean, she did do something to clean, but I mean,
she poured alcohol on it.
Yeah, I mean, but how good is that doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Here, listen up, kids. Use butterfly Band-Aids. Don't try to do your own sutures unless you're medically trained. Yeah. That's a PSA. Okay.
We have a little cutscene where we see Scarecrow going to a big shed and removing a chain. We don't see what he's getting, but we can hear something inside.
Yeah.
And then her at the fire.
I immediately knew what it was.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I did.
I think it had been spoiled for me.
Oh, well, maybe it was just sounded too big to be a dog.
Yeah, could be. I think that because I didn't see it day one, the internet was like just shouting about a CGI boar.
Yeah.
So
Spoiler. It's a
Spoiler,
CGI boar.
Right. Well, we're about to get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she hears it coming. She starts running, jumps into the car.
I think you get like a POV of the pig, right?
Right.
Tracking her down. It reminds me of Evil Dead when the evil spirit is coming to get you.
That's a good one.
Evil pig coming to get you. I mean, the pig's not evil. That poor pig, he's just trained to track people, I guess.
Sure. So before we see it, though, it smashes against the car, breaks the windows. It's trying to get in before we see this big giant boar. So she's able to get out. She makes her way towards the fire, but it bites her leg.
Yeah, I was like, CGI boar, not on my bingo card for this movie. That was not what I was expecting. That was a wild turn.
I wanted to fight at a pool scene, man.
Yeah.
And she's able to reach the knife eventually. But before she does, she reaches a log of the fire and is able to smack it against it, and it actually lights a little bit on fire. Mm-hmm. And then she gets to the knife, and she's able to stab it and kill it. But it's this intense fight scene.
This reminded me of, do you ever watch the show Alone? It's like a reality TV show.
No.
I can't imagine I haven't talked to you about this before because I was obsessed with it a little. But it's this like quote unquote game show, although I don't know that I call it a game, where these like survival experts get put in some kind of like area and they have to survive. They usually have to outlast each other. So like whoever survives for the longest wins. And they get some supplies, but it's not like they're getting, a lot of supplies, and they have to like hunt their own food and like build their own shelter, all that stuff. Although a funny part is, I think the funny thing is something that you like hear about when they're like talking about the show after it's done is a huge part is they have to carry around their camera equipment and they hate it. Like they have to like set up their cameras and like they're heavy. Anyway, but this one season they weren't outlasting each other. It was just whoever could last. I think it was 100 days gets $1 million. So if everybody did it, they get $1 million. Spoiler, only one person did it. But the guy who did it, the way he did it is he killed a bison, I think, and he shot it with a arrow, okay? And it hit it, but it did not kill him. So then he didn't have any more arrows, so instead he ran up and stabbed it in the head. And then a bison! And then it's like, so he didn't get attacked. He'd run, maybe it wasn't it was something like that. It was like a big, like, animal. Then he would go back and then stab it in the head. It was crazy. That's totally reminded me of this boar situation, the stabbing in the head. Although,
sure,
it's not as big, but still.
Yeah, it's an intense fight scene, and the fact that she lives is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I felt bad for the pig. Except for that, it was a CGI pig, so it's not real at all. But I was like, that poor piggy, it's just trained to hunt people. It wasn't like evil. It's not an evil pig, It's just
from vegetarian to killing animals.
I know. Poor piggy. That's true. I totally didn't even think about that.
I thought about this moment, right? Yeah. So sometimes later we see Pinup Girl as she arrives to find the boar, and we get this flashback where her and that boy she likes are playing with pigs in a little pen. They're these baby pigs. When that girl with her friend is coming by in bikes, she sees that Shelly has the attention of that boy, so she pretends to fall on her bike and hurt her ankle. So the boy goes over to check on her. So Shelly's jealous, and we watch as she runs out into the woods. She finds a small baby mouse and kills it. Oh,
yeah. So obviously she has serial killer tendencies. Yeah. That's like the number one warning sign of serial killers is children who just kill small animals.
Right.
And she really enjoys it too. You see that. She's loving killing that mouse.
At the diner, Deputy Walters...
I think also they were having a conversation, her and the boy, about he's like saying that they could train the pigs to do whatever they want or something like that.
That's
so I guess
wild.
That's where they got the idea to train pigs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I got the idea that one of those pigs was that pig, but
Maybe.
I could be wrong on that.
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah. So at the diner, we have the sheriff and the deputy. The deputy wants to ask for more help from like the feds to come in and help them solve these crimes. And the sheriff tells them that's not a good idea, that they'll start poking around on everything that you're doing. And they'll start asking questions like, why didn't you press charges against Widow Saunders last year? And that like puts it into the conversation really quick. And we get this implication that maybe he had an affair with Widow Saunders. And
I didn't like
she got away with something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I seriously doubt the FBI is going to dig into everything. They don't have time for that. Obviously but it's more evidence that he's like hindering the investigation of these killings.
Totally.
For what reason we don't know yet, but yeah.
But I don't trust him. Yeah.
So the deputy seems to want to investigate, but not the sheriff.
Right. And then we get where she goes back to the Airbnb.
This is wild.
There's a fake scare
wild.
here because she's
Yeah.
remembering the axe.
Yeah.
She rehydrates. She changes, eats some food.
So that's the wild part. I'm like, nobody took any of the stuff out of the house. Like, wouldn't that be evidence, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Or wouldn't you
know.
at least take it to the hospital room for her? Why is
all
her
her
stuff
stuff?
still there?
I don't know.
It makes no sense, but whatever. Yeah.
So she hears something coming. She pulls out a knife, and it turns out to be an Oregon State Police Internal Affairs officer. Well, don't kill a cop. I'll tell you
Stab
that.
somebody in the head like a pig.
His name is Billy Bufford.
Oh.
And he's looking into the murders and lack of response by the sheriff. Mm-hmm. He's played by Joplin Sibstan, who was Brazo in Andor. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh,
He's like the mechanic that I think was friends.
He looked sort of familiar. I guess that's why.
Yeah, he like worked with the love interest of Andor like on a daily basis.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know if they were a couple. They might have been a couple.
Okay.
At first. Yeah. Anyway. So she tells him to like, hey, let's get the heck out of there. And so she grabs her bag and they get in the car. And for some reason he pauses to smile at her. Maybe like, hey, it's all going to be okay. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately then a bolt from a crossbow goes right into his face. And we see that both Dollface and Pinup Girl are there. They both have crossbows. One of them shoots the engine of his GMC.
Crossbows this whole time. Why are they not shooting people more? Do they just love stabbing and the axing?
They might.
I'm just like, why now? This is escalating into crossbows. But also, I'm like, if they're trying to hide these murders in this town, that's a big that you just did, is killing a police officer. Now they're going to send another police officer to investigate that.
I agree with you.
Ay.
So Maya's able to still drive off, but the engine is wounded. Mm-hmm. And her wound is open up again as well. She's able to get it to a nearby house before the engine dies. And she gets out, throws herself to the front door, and we see that Wayne is there.
She's back to the people who she leaked from their car.
Because they were creepy AF.
I know, but still, I'm just like, girl, what you doing? Anyway, she's back to them.
Right. So she wakes up in bed, and she's just in an undershirt and her underwear, but her wounds have been treated.
Well, yeah, there's a nurse living there.
Right, yeah. So she starts instantly looking for a weapon. She does take a moment to look at her body and all the damage she's taken over this time.
Like, okay, at this point, why are you suspicious of these people? If they wanted to kill you, they could have killed you easy.
Oh, yeah, while you were asleep. Right.
Yeah, instead they dressed her wounds and, whatever.
I didn't give you consent.
I mean, I guess she's having a stressful day. You know, she's not thinking clearly.
Sure.
She hasn't had any sleep or probably some good food in a while.
She goes out and she sees Gregory. And she looks at the tattoo and he says that if she doesn't like this tattoo, she's going to have a hard time making friends because a lot of people around here have this tattoo, which makes me lead towards the cult thing that we were thinking. He says that he got it on a teen trip and explains that teens are all about sex, booze, and cheap tattoos.
Yeah, so maybe we were talking about that. They were going to like a Christian school. So maybe they all went to that same school.
Sure.
And that's where they got the tattoo from. Could be. Oh, also, like a preacher or something over the radio is blaring through the house.
Yeah, same one that we heard in the car earlier.
Yeah, so I guess they listen to that like 24/7.
Yeah.
Or at least one of them does that. They have it playing all the time.
While drinking alcohol.
Well, I guess it's just the two women because the men weren't in the car at
That's
first.
true.
So they must be the ones listening to it.
Right. So he creeps her out, and then both Donica and Chris show up saying to leave her alone. He walks away while still drinking. She explains that he's an arrogant prick, but he got a lot of money from his dad and a boat, and he still has the boat, insinuating that he spent all his money.
Yeah.
But Donica
by
tries
the
to
way,
keep...
they have a very nice house, like on the river. How do they have that house?
It's got to be cheaper in this small town.
I had this rant, I think last movie, The Strangers Chapter 1. This one, I'm like, how is this not a very expensive vacation town?
Right, yeah.
It's just boggles my mind. I guess they just kill everybody who comes to stay so nobody can... Except for that one guy who's trying his hardest to Airbnb out that house, for God's sakes. He's not making any profit. Now. Well, yeah, but he wasn't making any profit because the people in the town keep killing off his Airbnb guests. Ugh. Yeah. You don't think about that as one of the, like, you know, something you might run into with having an Airbnb, that wherever you own it, the residents of the town might start killing your guests. You just don't think about that, you know, but something to consider.
So Donica keeps trying to get her to go rest, but she does say that she brought her phone that was in the lost and found from the hospital.
That's nice. Yeah.
We cut to this ambulance that is pulling up to Rudy's garage. And the gas is turned off, and Rudy's there all creepily. He says he'll turn on the gas, and the guy asks if he's willing to get him directions to the house that Maya's at, and he gets really crazy, and he has a tire iron in his hand, and the way he looks at him is like, how dare you ask me for directions? And it's threatening when he's holding this tire iron. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why is the whole town so threatening?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're all red herrings. I don't know what they're doing in this movie. Yeah. Like, are they just making us suspect him too? Because I don't. What?
Right,
maybe he's in on it again, but he's not doing the killing because he's not even kind of close to where everybody else is.
Sure. Then Gregory goes to the room that she's in, and he finds the sheath, and he puts the knife back in the sheath and takes it with him.
I'm going to tell you this at this scene. Eleazar, I've been reading way too many romance books because I thought, oh, enemies to lovers. Or like a dark romance. A dark romance book is happening here. But no, that's not what's happening. I'm like, Margo, you're watching a horror movie.
Oh, that's funny. So she imagines him as Scarecrow. He's telling her that she's pretty lucky, which is not something you say to somebody whose fiance just died and has been stabbed over and over again.
Yeah.
But he says something where he's talking about how all these people have been dying around this town. And he says there's somewhere between 10 or 15, but it doesn't really matter, is what he's saying.
Yeah, who cares? 10, so 15,
Yeah. Donica calls him out of the room, and she pushes a dresser in front of the door, and then she goes to text Debbie, and Debbie says the ambulance is 20 minutes out. She gets a pair of hair-cutting scissors that are on the floor under the closet door.
I don't know. That's a good weapon there. I mean, I guess you get a good stab in. I don't know.
Sure. Well, some of those could be sharp.
That's true.
Okay, so then outside she notices that Gregory is arguing about leaving. Donica's trying to tell him he's too drunk to leave. He gets in his Chevy Super Sport and drives away. Then she can't text anymore. She hears something, and she's curious if someone's outside the room. So while she can hear Pinup Girl, and Pinup Girl starts trying to bang on the door to get in, we see that Dollface must have been hiding in the closet because now she comes out.
They love hiding. Just in random spots to wait to pop out in dramatic ways.
How long was she in there?
She left the room, right? She talked to the people in the living room for like how many minutes? Not very long.
Nope.
Then she goes back. In that amount of time,
the Dollface is the one hiding in the closet.
Yeah, what? Dollhouse scurries into the closet and hides in there? Why?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Whatever.
Right.
But the strangers love doing these things.
Yeah.
They love doing it.
So Dollface starts singing Rockabye Baby. So she turns around, stabs her with the scissors in the arm. Mm-hmm. She locks herself in another bathroom.
It was a good weapon.
Yeah. She locks herself in another bathroom, but this one has bars in the windows. And she can see the ambulance has made it. Dollface tries to break in, but eventually gives up and just walks away. Well, so Maya listens, goes out. Right. Maya goes out very cautiously. In the living room, she sees both Chris and Donica.
We don't see this, so maybe they have like earpieces, you know?
Yeah.
Because they don't ever talk, so maybe they're like whispering to each other.
That could be like
through their earpieces and say, "Hey, whatever your name is, just leave her. We'll get her when she comes out of the house or whatever." Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're telepathic. They can read each other's minds.
It's like a fun sport for them. But they kill everybody else because she goes out and she finds Chris and Donica are both tied to the chairs and been killed.
Yeah.
As she's walking out slowly, we see that Dollface is watching out of one of those windows.
Here's another thing, Eleazar, is that like the whole thing about the strangers is they're killing strangers, right? Yep. They have no connection to them.
Yep.
And now they're just killing people that live in their town? Like they were doing that in the hospital and now they're doing it just to get them. Like, what is going on with these people? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's why this movie was frustrating to me because I'm like, what is happening now? Now they're just like crazy killers, like Jason or Michael Myers, just like crazy killing people all over the place.
Yeah. So as she walks outside, she trips over Wayne's dead body. Then she looks around, hobbles over to the ambulance. She tells the driver to drive, not realizing this pinup girl who comes out swinging with a knife. Miles is able to knock it out of her hand and stab her in the head with these scissors.
Yeah, she's using those scissors to great effect.
Yeah, I don't know how she still had them. I swear she left them in the
Doesn't she stab her in the head or something, in the face? I don't know.
Somewhere. Yeah, this time, yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like she dies, and then Scarecrow starts to attack the window with an axe. Mm-hmm. So Maya jumps in the driver's seat and drives away. But then we see the pinup girl is still alive, starts to strangle her.
She might be in her death throes, but she's going to use the last of her energy to kill Maya.
Right. Maya fastens her seatbelt, speeds up, and purposely flips the ambulance. Mm-hmm. She crawls out of the wreck through the broken windshield and goes to check on pinup girl. She goes to remove the mask, but hides when she hears the red Ford pickup truck is coming back. Mm-hmm. So Scarecrow and Dollface get out. They take the mask to reveal Shelly's face, in case that was a mystery to anybody anymore. And he holds the mask. He lifts up Shelly, and they get a scene from their childhood. So this explains everything, right? We watched that young Shelly likes
Scarecrow. Well, I assume it's Scarecrow. Some boy.
If it's him, right? Yeah. They're playing that game again, and so the
where
girl...
they knock on the door of the playhouse. Yeah.
Right. The girl, tells him to knock on the door, and when she opens the door, she jumps out and kisses the boy.
Yeah, and he knocks. It's Tamara here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The bell rings for them to go inside, but she's like, no, wait, do it again. So she's waiting inside. She's like, are you going to knock? Are you going to knock? She hears the knocking, and then this time it's Shelly that says it's Tamara here. And when she opens the door... She bashes her head in with the rock multiple times, sits down in front of the body as it pulls out blood, a lot of blood.
Too much blood.
And then the boy sits next to her and they draw a smiley face in the blood. Mm. In the background, we can see that adults are coming to them as they're sitting there holding hands.
Yeah, that's where their love story began.
And then we cut to now where Maya is watching from the woods as Scarecrow is holding Shelly.
I'm like, are we supposed to feel bad for Scarecrow?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's killing people. I don't understand why we need this backstory and what it is adding.
Yeah, I want to comment
to
on
this movie.
because the whole point of The Strangers and what made it scary to me
Yeah.
was that this could be anybody that we don't know that is targeting
Yeah.
anybody for no reason.
Right.
And it was scary not knowing who they were. And this
Right.
director said, let me make 3 movies explaining about who they are.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree. I'm like, I don't understand. You're taking what made the Strangers movie like special, and you're just making them into serial killers.
Right.
And for some reason, making them like so that you're like humanizing them in a weird way. Like, oh, they were childhood like sweethearts, and he's upset that she's dead. I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
You know, like I guess we'll find out who the other girl is that's trailing along too.
Sure.
So strange.
Did
Yeah,
you watch the credit scene with the trailer for the 3rd one?
Maybe. I feel like I
Okay.
did because you told me to watch it. I
Okay,
don't
all right.
remember what it was.
Well, there's a few key scenes that I want to talk about. Like,
Oh, by the
of
way, we're
what's
at
coming.
the end.
Yeah, the end of the movie. Right. To be continued.
We started
Yeah.
just talking about it, but yeah, that's the end. So okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's the
So there's a scene where she's in the truck with the sheriff, and he says, "It looks like you've been through hell." Maya says, "I know where they are."
I did see this.
Okay, cool. All right. She walks into a small church while the sheriff, back in the scene, the sheriff is smiling at her and asking, "Where are they?" We see a couple, a woman in jeans, covered in blood, sitting on a bed, and they attack the man in this room. And I don't know, I can't tell if that's supposed to be her sister and her sister's husband or not.
Maybe.
Because in the commentary, the director hinted that those 2 characters were going to be a big deal eventually in this series.
Okay. So it must be 3 because it's not 2.
Right, yeah. And then the other biggest thing that we see is that it looks like they're torturing her, and they put the mask on her, and then they make her watch as they're killing a couple when she has the mask on. So is she going to outsmart them here, or is she just going to give in and join this cult? Is that what
seems
they're gonna
unlikely.
do?
What? Okay.
Right? You know?
If that's what they're driving at, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I really don't know. This movie was boring. Probably
Sure.
because it was just Maya the whole movie by herself, mostly.
Yeah.
No, she was being a badass. She was being a real badass and, taking care of business. But also it's just her, like, running a lot. And then it's like the same thing over again. She runs, she finds somewhere, up, they're there. Up, she runs somewhere, up, they're there. I'm just like, okay, I got it. And the only thing that you're giving me further is that I know the backstory that these people were serial killers and met in school or whatever. I'm like, okay. I don't care, but all right. I guess this is bringing something to something. I don't know. And that CGI pig, I was like, what the F is that?
Yeah.
That didn't need to be in there.
Yeah, at least she killed one of them.
She did. So maybe...
So...
Oh, no, I was going to say maybe every movie she's going to kill one, but nobody got killed in the first one.
Right, exactly.
I mean, the killers didn't get killed.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, the movie comes out this Friday. I doubt I'm going to go see it. I'll probably wait for streaming.
Say this. I think the original Strangers was really good, and I don't think there needed to be any sequels.
A lot of people say that, but I
just
really
be one movie.
But I really like that Pray at Night. Even though it's not great, I still love that movie. The pool scene is worth it to me.
That was a great scene.
Yeah.
They could have just made another movie with that scene and a different premise. I don't know. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, this Pray at Night wasn't that bad.
The more these come out, the more I like Pray at Night.
Well, that is true. Strangers Chapter 1 wasn't bad. It was just kind of a rehash of the original Strangers and not as good. So, and the thing is, the actors are good. The movie looks good. There's nothing, like, wrong with the movie itself. It's just the storyline is stupid at this point, and it's boring. Like,
right. Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, I don't care to learn about backstories of the freaking serial killers. I just don't. Anyway.
I get it. Well, cool. Well,
Unless
thank you
they're
for
gonna
doing
make
this.
it a dark romance movie, and then I'm in.
That's the title of Dark Romance? Question
I
mark?
do not even like dark romance. I don't like it.
That's
So
too
what's
funny, Margo. That's funny.
Boy. I'm like, creepy. No, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. This has been Nightmare Echoes. Welcome back for season 3 here. This was our first episode. We're going to, again, have episodes every Monday. Next week is Happy Death Day to You with Margo again. The week after that, it's Companion with Margo again.
Yay! Oh my gosh, people are so excited. I bet you.
I know.
They're jumping for joy.
So please listen again next week. All right, bye.